Modern medicine has transformed human life in extraordinary ways. Diseases that once killed millions can now be treated. Surgeries that seemed impossible only a few decades ago are performed routinely. And people today live longer than almost any generation in history. Doctors, hospitals, and medications remain essential parts of healthcare, and no food can replace proper medical treatment when serious illness occurs. However, one important reality often receives far less attention. The human body constantly repairs itself, manages inflammation, supports immune defenses, regulates blood sugar, and maintains countless biological functions every single day. The fuel for many of these processes comes from the foods people eat. Throughout history, traditional cultures often relied on certain foods not only for nourishment, but also because they noticed that these foods seemed to support health and recovery. Long before laboratories existed, people observed how particular ingredients affected energy, digestion, strength, and overall well-being. Modern science has gradually begun studying many of these traditional foods, discovering that some contain compounds that may support various aspects of health. This does not mean these foods are miracle cures. No food can guarantee perfect health, and no ingredient can replace proper medical care. But some foods contain remarkable combinations of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, healthy fats, fiber, and plant compounds that may quietly support the body over many years. Unfortunately, many of these foods receive little attention because they are inexpensive, traditional, or simply not fashionable. They often sit quietly in grocery stores while expensive supplements and trendy products receive the headlines. Today we are looking at 10 healing foods that doctors may not discuss very often, yet they have been nourishing people for generations, and may offer important benefits as part of a balanced diet. Quick favor, if you like videos that blend traditional wisdom with modern research in a grounded way, hit subscribe. And as we go, tell me in the comments which one you already eat weekly. Number 1. Fermented foods. Fermented foods may be among the oldest health foods in human history. Long before refrigeration existed, people discovered that allowing certain foods to ferment helped preserve them. Over time, they also noticed that these foods often seemed easier to digest and beneficial for overall health. These microorganisms have attracted growing scientific interest because of their relationship with the digestive system. The human gut contains trillions of bacteria that influence digestion, nutrient absorption, and immune function. Scientists now understand that the digestive system plays a far greater role in overall health than previously believed. While research continues, many experts believe that maintaining a diverse and healthy gut environment is extremely important. Fermented foods may help introduce beneficial bacteria into the digestive system. People who regularly consume these foods often report improvements in digestion, reduced bloating, and greater comfort after meals. Some studies have also explored connections between gut health and immune function, although researchers continue investigating these relationships. Traditional cultures around the world included fermented foods in daily meals. Koreans consume kimchi. Japanese diets often include miso. Europeans have long eaten fermented dairy products, and many Middle Eastern cultures use yogurt extensively. Modern diets, however, frequently emphasize highly processed foods that contain very little natural fermentation. This may partially explain why fermented foods have regained attention in recent years. Number 2. Sardines. Sardines are often overlooked because they lack the popularity of salmon, tuna, or other expensive seafood. Yet these small fish may be among the most nutritious foods available. Sardines contain high-quality protein, omega-3 fatty acids, calcium, vitamin D, selenium, and several other important nutrients. Because people usually eat the soft, edible bones, sardines also provide substantial amounts of calcium that support bone health. Omega-3 fatty acids receive considerable attention because they play important roles throughout the body. These healthy fats contribute to heart health and support numerous biological functions. Unfortunately, many people consume far fewer omega-3 rich foods than nutrition experts recommend. One advantage of sardines is their position low on the marine food chain. Larger fish often accumulate greater amounts of environmental contaminants because they consume many smaller fish over long periods. Sardines generally contain lower levels because of their shorter lifespans and lower position in the ecosystem. For generations, coastal communities relied heavily on small, oily fish as affordable sources of nutrition. Sardines provided protein and healthy fats to populations that could not regularly afford larger fish. Despite their nutritional value, sardines remain relatively unpopular in many countries. Some people avoid them because of their strong flavor, while others simply overlook them in favor of more heavily advertised products. However, sardines can be prepared in numerous ways. They can be added to salads, mixed with pasta, placed on toast, or eaten with vegetables and grains. Their affordability also makes them accessible to many families. In an age when expensive superfoods often dominate health conversations, sardines demonstrate that highly nutritious foods do not always come with high prices. Their combination of healthy fats, minerals, and protein makes them one of the most underrated foods available. Number 3. Mushrooms. Mushrooms occupy a fascinating position in nutrition because they are neither plants nor animals. They belong to their own biological kingdom and contain unique compounds that have attracted increasing scientific interest. For centuries, various cultures have used mushrooms as both food and traditional medicine. Asian countries in particular have long valued mushrooms such as shiitake, maitake, and oyster mushrooms for their culinary and cultural importance. Nutritionally, mushrooms offer several advantages. They contain fiber, minerals, antioxidants, and relatively few calories. Some mushrooms exposed to sunlight also contain vitamin D, which many people struggle to obtain in sufficient amounts. Researchers have become interested in certain compounds found in mushrooms, including beta-glucans and other substances that may influence immune function. Although much research remains ongoing, mushrooms continue to receive attention because of their unique biological properties. Another advantage is their versatility in cooking. Mushrooms absorb flavors well and add texture to numerous dishes. They can replace part of the meat in certain recipes, increase the nutritional value of meals, and contribute to feelings of fullness. Modern diets often focus heavily on processed foods while reducing the diversity of ingredients consumed. Mushrooms offer an opportunity to introduce unique nutrients and flavors into meals. Traditional societies frequently valued mushrooms because they appeared seasonally and provided nourishment when other foods were limited. Today, many varieties remain available throughout the year. Although mushrooms are not miracle foods, their nutritional profile, culinary versatility, and long history of use make them worthy of greater attention. Number 4. Lentils. Lentils have nourished human civilizations for thousands of years. Archaeological evidence suggests that people cultivated lentils long before many modern crops existed. Yet, despite this long history, they often receive little attention in contemporary diets. These small legumes provide impressive nutritional value. They contain plant protein, dietary fiber, iron, potassium, folate, and several important minerals. Their combination of protein and fiber makes them especially filling, helping people stay satisfied after meals. One of the greatest strengths of lentils is their ability to release energy gradually. Highly processed foods often cause rapid rises and falls in blood sugar, leaving people hungry again shortly afterward. Lentils digest more slowly, helping maintain steadier energy levels. Fiber also plays an important role in digestive health. Many people consume significantly less fiber than recommended, despite its importance for normal digestive function. Lentils are also remarkably affordable. They store well, cook relatively quickly compared to other legumes, and can be used in soups, stews, salads, curries, and countless traditional dishes. Around the world, many cultures have depended on lentils during difficult times because they provided substantial nutrition at low cost. Today, however, highly processed convenience foods often replace these simple staples. The renewed interest in plant-based eating has brought greater attention to lentils because they offer protein without requiring expensive specialty products. Their nutritional profile, affordability, and versatility make lentils one of the most practical healing foods available. Sometimes the oldest foods survive for thousands of years because they continue to meet human needs exceptionally well. Number 5. Garlic. Garlic has been valued as both food and traditional medicine for thousands of years. Ancient civilizations, including the Egyptians, Greeks, Romans, and Chinese, all used garlic for various purposes. The distinctive smell of garlic comes from sulfur-containing compounds that develop when cloves are crushed or chopped. One of these compounds, allicin, has attracted scientific interest because of its biological activity. Researchers have studied garlic for its potential effects on cardiovascular health, immune function, and other aspects of health. Although many questions remain under investigation, garlic continues to be one of the most extensively studied culinary ingredients. Beyond its potential health benefits, garlic offers tremendous value as a cooking ingredient. It enhances flavor naturally, allowing cooks to reduce excessive amounts of salt or heavy sauces. Its versatility makes it suitable for soups, vegetables, meats, sauces, grains, and countless other dishes. Many traditional diets include garlic regularly, often in small daily amounts rather than occasional large servings. This consistent use may partly explain its enduring reputation. Fresh garlic generally contains higher levels of certain active compounds than heavily processed versions. Crushing garlic and allowing it to rest briefly before cooking may also help preserve some of these compounds. Number 6. Oats. Oats have existed for thousands of years, yet they are often treated as nothing more than a basic breakfast ingredient. In reality, oats contain a unique nutritional profile that has made them one of the most studied whole grains in the world. Their reputation as a simple food sometimes causes people to overlook how valuable they can be for long-term health. One of the most important components of oats is a type of soluble fiber called beta-glucan. This fiber absorbs water and forms a gel-like substance during digestion. Because of this, oats digest slowly and help people feel full for longer periods. Many individuals who eat oats regularly notice that they remain satisfied for hours after breakfast, compared to highly processed cereals or sugary foods. Oats also contain important minerals such as magnesium, manganese, phosphorus, zinc, and iron. These nutrients support numerous bodily functions, including energy production, muscle function, and bone health. In addition, oats contain antioxidants that are relatively uncommon in other grains. Many traditional diets relied heavily on whole grains because they provided stable energy and sustained nourishment. However, modern eating habits often favor heavily processed carbohydrates that digest rapidly and provide little fiber. As a result, many people consume far less whole grain than nutrition experts recommend. Number 7. Seaweed. Seaweed has been consumed for centuries in coastal cultures, particularly throughout East Asia. Despite its long history and impressive nutritional content, many people around the world rarely include it in their diets. Seaweed contains several important minerals, including iodine, which plays a critical role in normal thyroid function. The thyroid gland helps regulate metabolism and numerous other bodily processes. Because iodine is not abundant in many foods, seaweed can serve as an important source. Different varieties of seaweed offer different nutritional profiles. Nori, wakame, kombu, and kelp all contain varying amounts of minerals, fiber, and beneficial compounds. Many also provide antioxidants that help protect cells from oxidative stress. Seaweed is especially interesting because it grows in marine environments and absorbs nutrients directly from the ocean. This gives it a unique mineral composition that differs significantly from land-based plants. Traditional Japanese, Korean, and Chinese diets frequently include seaweed in soups, salads, rice dishes, and snacks. People in these cultures have consumed it for generations without viewing it as a special health food. It is simply part of normal eating. Modern diets in many countries contain relatively few sources of iodine and certain trace minerals. As interest in plant-based nutrition increases, seaweed may become increasingly important because it provides nutrients that are not always easy to obtain from other foods. Its slightly salty flavor and versatility make it easy to incorporate into meals. Number 8. Berries. Berries may appear small, but they contain an extraordinary concentration of nutrients and plant compounds. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, and other berries have attracted significant scientific attention because of their antioxidant content. The deep red, blue, and purple colors found in many berries come from natural compounds called anthocyanins. Researchers continue studying these compounds because they appear to help protect cells from oxidative damage. Berries also provide fiber, vitamin C, potassium, and various antioxidants while remaining relatively low in calories. Their natural sweetness makes them an excellent alternative to heavily processed desserts and sugary snacks. One of the greatest advantages of berries is their versatility. They can be eaten fresh, frozen, blended into smoothies, added to yogurt, mixed into oatmeal, or incorporated into healthy desserts. Frozen berries often retain much of their nutritional value, making them available year-round. Traditional diets often included seasonal fruits when they became available. Today, however, many people consume large amounts of processed snacks while eating relatively little fruit. Research has repeatedly shown that diets rich in fruits and vegetables support overall health. Berries stand out because they provide concentrated nutrition in relatively small servings. Their popularity as a superfood sometimes causes people to think of them as expensive specialty products. In reality, berries have been consumed by humans for thousands of years. They simply continue to demonstrate how natural foods can provide substantial nutritional value. Including berries regularly may be one of the easiest ways to increase antioxidant intake while enjoying naturally sweet foods. Number 9. Turmeric. Turmeric has been an essential ingredient in South Asian cooking for centuries. This bright yellow spice gives many curries their distinctive color and contains compounds that have attracted considerable scientific interest. The most studied component of turmeric is curcumin. Researchers have investigated curcumin because of its anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. While much research remains ongoing, turmeric continues to receive attention from scientists around the world. Inflammation is a natural process that helps the body respond to injury and infection. However, long-term inflammation has been associated with various chronic health problems. This connection has increased interest in foods that may support normal inflammatory responses. Traditional Indian and Southeast Asian diets have used turmeric for generations, not only because of its flavor, but also because of its cultural significance. It appears in countless dishes and often combines with black pepper, which may improve the absorption of certain compounds. Many people today purchase turmeric supplements, yet using turmeric in cooking remains one of the simplest and most enjoyable ways to consume it. Soups, rice dishes, curries, vegetables, and even teas can incorporate this spice. Turmeric also demonstrates how traditional culinary practices often contain wisdom that modern science later investigates. Long before laboratories existed, people recognized that certain ingredients seemed beneficial. Although turmeric is not a cure for disease, its long history and growing scientific interest make it one of the most fascinating healing foods still commonly found in kitchens around the world. Quick question: do you use turmeric in cooking or only in drinks? Comment cooking or drinks. Number 10. Pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds may be small, but they contain an impressive amount of nutrition. These seeds provide magnesium, zinc, iron, protein, healthy fats, and antioxidants. Magnesium deserves particular attention because it participates in hundreds of biochemical reactions throughout the body. It supports muscle function, nerve activity, energy production, and many other important processes. Yet many people do not consume adequate amounts of magnesium. Pumpkin seeds also contain zinc, which contributes to immune function and numerous other bodily processes. Their healthy fats and protein content make them satisfying despite their small size. Historically, seeds have served as concentrated sources of nutrition because they contain the nutrients necessary to support new plant growth. Humans have consumed seeds for thousands of years because they are easy to store and highly nutritious. Pumpkin seeds can be eaten as snacks or added to salads, oatmeal, yogurt, baked goods, and vegetable dishes. Their mild flavor allows them to fit into many meals without difficulty. Many modern diets emphasize highly processed snack foods that provide large amounts of sugar, salt, and refined carbohydrates. Seeds offer an alternative that combines convenience with genuine nutritional value. Although pumpkin seeds rarely receive the attention given to more heavily marketed health products, their nutritional profile makes them one of the most underrated foods available. Sometimes the most valuable foods are the ones people walk past every day without realizing their potential. Why traditional diets often knew more than we realize. One interesting pattern appears when we look at many of these healing foods. They are not recent inventions, expensive supplements, or products created by modern health companies.